Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another great edition of the show here, Critiquing with Carr for Favorite Film Friday. As always, if you've enjoyed these episodes up until now, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking a thumbs up or like button so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date when episodes release like these ones, as well as clicking that share arrow so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways to stay up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critique with Carr. I say all that because on this week's great edition of Favorite Film Friday, we're talking about the classic Steven Spielberg film, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And with that being said, let's begin. This movie was directed by Steven Spielberg. The screenwriter for this movie was Lawrence Kasdan. The story was written by George Lucas and Philip Kaufman. The film was produced by Frank Marshall. And the cast for this movie is as follows: Harrison Ford, Karen Allen, Paul Freeman, Brown Lacey, John Rhys-Davies, and Denholm Elliott. The cinematographer for this film was Douglas Slocum. The film was edited by Michael Kahn. The musical score was done by John Williams. The production company for this movie was Lucasfilm. The movie was distributed by Paramount Pictures. This film was released on June 12th of 1981. The runtime was 115 minutes. The budget was $20 million. And finally, the box office total for this movie was $389.9 million US. The accolades for this movie are as follows. At the Academy Awards, Michael Kahn won for Best Film Editing. Norman Reynolds, Leslie Dilley, and Michael Ford won for Best Production Design. Billy Varney, Steve Maslow, Greg Landicare, and Roy Charman won for Best Sound Mixing, as well as Richard Edlund, Kit West, Bruce Nicholson, and Joe Johnston for Best Visual Effects. At the BAFTA Awards, Norman Reynolds also won for Best Production Design. And last, but certainly not least, at the Boston Society of Film Critic Awards, Steven Spielberg won for Best Direction. And now it's time for one of my two favorite parts, which is when I list off the top 10 highest-grossing films for that year's release, being 1981's Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Coming in at number 10 was Time Bandits. It was distributed by Handmade Films. Its worldwide gross was $42.4 million. And it stars John Cleese, Sean Connery, and Shelley Duvall. Coming in at number 9 was The Four Seasons. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $50.4 million. It stars Alan Alda, Carol Burnett, and Len Carew. Coming in at number 8 was Chariots of Fire. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $59 million. It stars Ben Cross, Ian Charleston, and Nigel Havers. Coming in at number 7 was Stripes. It was distributed by Columbia Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $85.3 million. It stars Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Warren Oates. Coming in at number 6 was Arthur. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Its worldwide gross was $95.5 million. It stars Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli, and John Geigold. Coming in at number 5 was On Golden Pond. It was distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $119.3 million. It stars Katharine Hepburn, Henry Fonda, and Jane Fonda. Coming in at number 4 was The Cannonball Run. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Its worldwide gross was $160 million. It stars Burt Reynolds, Roger Moore, and Farrah Fawcett. Coming in at number 3 was Superman 3. It was distributed by Columbia, EMI, and Warner Distributors. Its worldwide gross was $190.4 million. It stars Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve, and Ned Beatty. Coming in at number 2 was For Your Eyes Only. It was distributed by United Artists. Its worldwide gross was $195.3 million. It stars Roger Moore, Carol Bouquet, and Shane Topol. And finally, coming in at number 1 as the highest-grossing film for 1981 was Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Its worldwide gross was $389.9 million, and it stars Harrison Ford, Karen Allen, and Paul Freeman. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, my review of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark remains a quintessential adventure film, blending suspense, classic cinematic aesthetics, and unforgettable characters. Even more than 40 years after its release, it stands as a testament to the art of filmmaking, showcasing a perfect balance of action, humor, and drama. The film kicks off with one of the most iconic sequences in film history. The suspenseful jungle setting immediately grabs your attention, creating an atmosphere of intrigue and danger. Indiana Jones' daring escape from the booby-trapped temple, including the unforgettable scene where he replaces a golden idol with a bag of sand before the boulder chase, is a masterclass in suspense and adventure. Dr. Marcus Brody, portrayed by Denholm Elliott, is a standout character. His role as a supportive and respected ally to Indy provides a grounding presence amid the chaos. Brody's unwavering belief in Indiana's capabilities and his genuine support add a layer of depth to the film's character dynamics. In contrast, John Rhys-Davies as Sala brings a comedic yet endearing quality to the film. His interactions with Indiana offer a lighter counterpoint to the otherwise intense and action-packed narrative. The chemistry between Indiana and Sala provides moments of levity, enriching the film's overall experience. The sequences set in Nepal are a highlight of the film, offering a rich blend of drama and intrigue. The scenes in Marion Ravenwood's bar, featuring the sinister Arnold Ernst Taut and his men are particularly engaging. The tension between Indiana, Marion, and the antagonists create a gripping atmosphere, drawing viewers into the unfolding drama. Ronald Lacey's portrayal of Major Arnold Todd is a stand-up performance. His menacing presence and willingness to go to great lengths to achieve his goals make him a memorable villain. The film's settings in Nepal and Cairo are visually stunning. The aesthetic choices from the rugged mountainous terrain of Nepal to the bustling, vibrant streets of Cairo contribute to the film's immersive quality. The attention to detail and the wardrobe and setting further enhances the historical feel of the film, transporting viewers to a different time and place. While the film excels in many areas, there are a few aspects that could be considered less effective. The fight choreography, particularly the sequence involving Indiana and the Nazi soldiers around the airplane, feels somewhat dated. The physical confrontations, including the scuffle with the bald mechanic, lack the dynamic intensity seen in more modern action films. Additionally, the car chase scenes before Indiana and Marion board the boat feel somewhat drawn out. Despite the suspenseful moments, these sequences don't maintain the same level of excitement as other parts of the film. The chase, though thrilling, could have benefited from tighter pacing to enhance its impact. The final act, from the boat journey to the testing of the Ark, is both intriguing and engaging. The special effects used to depict the Ark's power are a fascinating mix of weird, interesting, and humorous. While the effects may seem typical of the 1980s, they add a unique charm to the film's conclusion. In conclusion, Raiders of the Lost Ark is a film that not only entertains but also evokes a sense of nostalgia and wonder. Its classic Saturday matinee feel, combined with a strong performance by Harrison Ford, makes it a standout entry in the adventure genre. Though some elements feel a bit dated, the film's charm and excitement remain undiminished. With its charming aesthetic, engaging characters, and thrilling sequences, this film earns a well-deserved 8 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. And with that being said, my film freaks and cinephiles, if you've enjoyed this week's edition of the show, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following us on the audio platforms, clicking that thumbs up or like buttons so you can tell us you enjoy these episodes, turning on post notifications so you can stay up to date on those platforms when new episodes release, as well as clicking at share out so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want other ways of staying up to date with the show, do us a favor by following us on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. And with that, my film freaks and cinephiles, happy viewing.